Hello students. Hi. In previous class, total 6 classes we completed. In that 6 classes, we are solved and we analyzed the problems on the Hooke's law and also the elongation of different tapering bars by applying external loads. In this class, we are going to discuss about composite or compound bars. First of all, what is composite or compound bars? Let us know. So what is composite bar? Composite bar is made up of two or more materials connected in parallel are called composite or compound bars. If we connect the two or more members are connected parallel and ends are held together under load conditions. They may have length of different lengths and different materials. The composite the load shared by each material can be found out by applying the equilibrium and compatibility equation in this case. Why we are going to use these two equations to solve these type of problems? These type of systems or problems are under statically indeterminate systems. Statically indeterminate systems are those which cannot be solved by the only equilibrium equations. Along the equilibrium equations, we require to analyze these problems a compatibility equation. What is meant by a compatibility equation in this case? Let us go for the diagrams. This is the diagram in which two materials are attached parallelly. That is parallelly. In the first case, both are same length. Material 1 and material 2 both are same length in this case, and on which the two materials are connected at end, held together, fixedly held together, on which the load is applying, tensile load is applying P. Clear? These type of problems are composite compound bars. These are statically indeterminate bars. We cannot solve these type of problems only by equilibrium equations. So along with that, we require a compatibility equation. So in the second diagram, we show that material 1 and material 2 are connected parallelly, but they are placed at certain distance. Some gap is maintained between them, and they are connected at the ends by a rigid connection. This is a rigid connection, and at the bottom they are connected by the rigid support. This is the rigid support. Both are not equal lengths here. In the previous case, in this case, both are same length, but in this case, both members are different lengths. In this type of problem, we are applying a compressive load P. By applying the compressive load P on the rigid connection, these materials are shared the load based on their strengths. The P is not equally shared by the materials. Here, the P is shared by the materials based on their strengths. How much load shared by the material 1 and how much load shared by the material 2 out of P. Apply load. Here, we are analyze the problem to calculate the load shared by each member. Clear? These are the composite bars. What is meant by composite bars? Once again, composite bar is a bar in which two or more materials are connected parallel and held together at the end. Held together and fixed at the ends by a rigid connections. Clear? Let us go the equations, that is the equilibrium equations and compatibility equations. So here, consider a member with two materials. Consider a member with two materials. Let the load shared by the material 1 be P1. Let us take the P1 is the load shared by the material 1 and that by the material 2 be P2. The P2 is the load shared by the material 2. As we know that total load applied on the member is P. So let us take the equilibrium equation for this. What is equilibrium equation? Sigma Fy is equal to 0. That is, total load must be equal to the sum of the load shared by the each material. This is the equilibrium equation. So equilibrium equation, total load is P, which is must be equal to the summation of load shared by the each material, that is P1 plus P2 is equal to P. Let us take this equation as 1. Clear? So this is called the equilibrium equation. Sigma Fy equal to 0. Because why I am called it sigma Fy? The load acting in y direction. That is a vertical. Load acting in y direction vertically, and each force developed in each member is P1 and P2. Clear? So P1, P2, if we apply the load at this point, let us take, if we applied at the load at this point or this point, if we apply load at this point P, the force developed in the material 1 in opposite direction, at the same time load developed in the material 2, that is the force developed in the material 2 is also in opposite direction to the applied load. This, let us call this is a P1, load shared by the first material and load shared by the second material. So total load applied in the materials on the materials is P. So from the sigma Fy equal to 0, all the forces acting upward direction must be equal to the all the forces acting downward direction. So what are the upward forces acting? P1 plus P2. Total forces acting on the upward direction, P1 plus P2. Total downward force is P. P1 plus P2 is equal to P is the equilibrium. It is called the equilibrium equation. Clear? So next, consider this is the equilibrium equation, P1 plus P2 equal to P. So compatibility equation, what is mean by a compatibility equation here? So yeah, compatibility equation is for these two cases. What is the compatibility equation? By applying the tensile load here, both members elongate same. Both members elongates in the same amount because those are held together. Okadanikokati attach chesi, at the end of the members we are connecting by a rigid supports. Like this, if we connect by the rigid connections or rigid supports, if we apply the load on these materials, both members are elongates same. Why both members are elongate same? If one member is elongated different than the other, then this member is not equilibrium. For example, the material 1 elongates is more than the material 2, then the member is bends like this. Clear? If it is not equilibrium, the member 1 is more, material 1 is elongates more than the material 2, then this straight member is bends like this, because this material elongates more on outside, this material elongates less than the material 1. Then this member is not equilibrium. To maintain this member in equilibrium, both members are elongates in the same amount. In this case also, the elongation or extension of a member, in this case a compressive load is acting, the contraction or decrease in length of each member is same. That is the compatibility equation in these two cases. So compatibility equation, since the ends are held securely means that is those two members are separate with each other by applying the load. Held securely, the deformation of each material is equal. Deformation means extension or contraction by applying the tensile or compressive loads. The deformation of each material is same. That is delta L1 equal to delta L2. Delta L1, delta L2 are deformation of each materials here. Clear? So delta 1, we know that delta 1 formula is PL by AE formula. By applying the PL by AE formula for the material 1, the load shared by the first material is P1. The length of each material is same in the first case. In the first case, The material initial length of each material is same, but in the second case, length of the each material is not same initially. This material 1 having the less length than the material 2. So in the first case, we can take it as same length L. L is the length of each member. Here also length of each member L divided by A1, E1. A1 is the cross-sectional area of first material, Young's modulus for the first material. If those two members are different materials, that is equal to delta L2. P2, that is the load shared by the second material. Here not P1 equal to P2. Why? Because the load shared by the each member is not same. The load shared by the each member depends on what? Their strengths. Based on their strength, they receive the loads, apply load differently. So L is the total length, initial length, A2 is the cross-sectional area of the second material, and E2 is the Young's modulus for the second material. Therefore, from the second equation, this equation, P1 can be right in terms of P2. P1 is equal to L can be cancelled here. Can cancel the L because L is equal in both cases. In first, two materials. So A1, A2, sorry, A1, E1, A2, E2 is there. P1 is equal to A1, E2, A1, E1 is in, goes into the numerator. P2, A1, E1 by A2, E2. This is the load shared by the first material in terms of second material. Clear, students? Are you understanding this? Simply, we are taking two equations here. One is the equilibrium equation. This is called the equilibrium equation to solve this problem, and compatibility equation. We are taking another equation to find out the load shared by the each material is compatibility equation. Why two equations are required? Because two unknowns are there. Load shared by the each materials are unknown. P1, P2 are unknown. If we want to find the loads shared by the each material, two unknowns are there. We require two equations. We require two equations to solve them. So therefore, P1 equal to P2 into A1, E1 by A2. E2 is the P1 in terms of P2. Let us substitute this P1 value into equation 1. So if we substitute the P1 into equation 1, in place of P1, we can write as P2, P equal to P2 A1 E1 by A2 E2 plus P2 is already there in that equation. Clear? So P equal to, this total term is P1, this is the P2, P1 plus P2. In terms of P1, we are replaced the P1 by P2 A1 E1 by A2 E2. So from this equation, let us take the LCM A2 E2. A2 these two, for these two, A2 E2 is the LCM, P2 A1 V1, sorry, A1 E1 plus P2 into this P2 into what is the LCM? A2 E2 is the product. So P2 into A2 E2 by A2 E2. From that, P2 is the common from these two equations, these two parameters. P2 into A1 E1 plus A2 E2 by A2 E2. Clear, students? This is the P is equal to in terms of P2. Clear? From this equation, we can find the P2 value. P2 is equal to load shared by the second material in terms of total load is equal to P2 is equal to this A2 E2 into P divided by A1 E1 plus A2 E2. I mentioned it in the second slide. Next slide. Or P2 equal to, in terms of load, total load, P into A2 E2 by A1 E1 plus A2 E2 is the load shared by the second material. Similarly, P1. We can write similar equation for based on this equation is same in place of A2 E2. If we find the load shared by the second material, numerator having A2 E2. If we want to find the load shared by the first material in the numerator, we can take it as A1 E1. So P into A1 E1 divided by denominator is same, A1 E1 plus A2 E2. This is the load shared by the each material. These two equations are used to find the load shared by the each material. After finding the load shared by the each material, then we can analyze easily by those equations the stress developed in each material. So we can find the stress in each material. How to find the stress in each material? If we know the loads, simply the stress in first material is equal to What is the formula? Sigma 1 is equal to, what is the stress formula? Load by area. That is the load shared by the first material divided by the cross-sectional area of the first materials. That is sigma 1 equal to P1 by A1. Similarly, sigma 2 is also there. Say stress in the second material. Stress induced in the second material is equal to, that is the load shared by the second material P2 by a cross-sectional area of the second material A2. So P2 by A2, P2 is here, equation is there. From this equation, we can find the P2 value, load shared by the second material, divided by area, cross-sectional area of the second material. Then we can get the stress in the second material. Like this, we can find the stress in each material. Clear, students? అర్థమైందా కాంపోజిట్ ఆర్ కాంపౌండ్ బార్స్ అంటే composite bars ante compound bars or composite bars means the material, two or more materials are connected in parallel and they are held together by a rigid supports or by rigid connection. By applying the load on those composite bar, either tensile or compressive load, the deformation of each member is same. That is the taken as compatibility equation. And the equilibrium equation for these two conditions is the total load shared by summation of the total load shared by the each member is equal to total load applied on the member. That is P total load is the applied in each on the member, that is equal to load shared by the each material, that is P1 and plus P2, summation of load shared by the each material, that is called the equilibrium equation. So by these two equations, we can solve these type of composite bars or compound bars. These composite bars or compound bars are statically independent bars. Statically independent means we cannot solve these type of statically independent bars by only equilibrium equation. Along with the equilibrium equation, we required another equation is called compatibility equation. Here compatibility equation is deformation of each material is same. That is the compatibility equation. Delta 1 equal to delta L1. Delta L1 equal to delta L2. That is the compatibility equation. Clear, students? This is a composite bar. These are the two equations, equilibrium equation and compatibility equation. By these two equations, we can analyze these type of problems to calculate the stresses in each material. Clear, students? Let us go for the worked examples on composite bars. So first example 1. A compound bar of length 600 mm consists of, this is compound bar having how many materials? Two materials are connected parallelly. One is steel material, another one is the aluminum material. Those two materials having the same length initially. How much length? Initial length is 600 mm. Consists of a strip of aluminum 40 mm wide. The aluminum width is 40 mm and 20 mm thick. What is the aluminum thickness is? 20 mm. Thickness means in this case, in this direction, like this. If we like this, if we draw like this, the thickness is in this direction and width is in direction. So width is 40 mm, thickness is 20 mm. So how to calculate the cross-sectional area of this aluminum? Simply by multiplying the 40 wide into 20 thick. 20 into 8, so 20 into 40, we can get the cross-sectional area of the member. So how it looks, so it is a rectangular section. Aluminum and steels are rectangular sections when we looking from top side or bottom side. Okay, so and strip of steel is also there in the composite bar. How much wide? 60 mm wide, 15 mm thickness. So this is 60 mm in this direction and in this direction 15 mm thickness. Clear? 15 mm thickness is rigidly, that is thick, rigidly joined at ends. There are one end is rigid support, another end is joined rigidly. If elastic modulus of aluminum and steel are E values, these are for aluminum 1 into 10 to the power of 5 and for steel is, aluminum is 1 into 10 to the power of 5 and for steel is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 newtons per mm square. Based on these, we can say that the steel is more harder than the aluminum. The E value is more for steel than the aluminum. We can say that from E values, steel is more harder than the aluminum. So determine the stresses developed in each material in the steel and aluminum, and the extension of the compound bar when axial load of 60 kilonewtons acting. It is axial load, that is axial load is also type of load is tensile load. Tensile load is acting. What is the total extension of the composite bar? That is extension of the steel and extension of the aluminum is same by applying the load is 60 kilonewtons, isn't it? So what is the extension of steel and aluminum? That is total extension of the bar. How much? Here we are going to calculate two parameters. What are those? Stresses in each material and extension of the composite or compound bars. Now let us go the data. So given data, what is the data? You have to write the first given data from the problem by reading the problem. So 600 mm, what is the numerical value? Is 600 mm consists of the length. Length is 600 mm. Initial length of the members are 600 mm. So L, why I am taking L? Because initial length of each material is same initially. So that's why we are taking L, not L1 and L2 or LS or LA. And the strip aluminum 40 mm thick. So let us calculate from those data 40 into 20, that is the cross-sectional area of the aluminum 800 mm square. Similarly, cross-sectional area of the steel 60 into 15. This is also given in the problem. 60 wide, 50 mm thick for steel material. 60 into 15. This is 900 mm square of the cross-sectional area of the steel material. So rigidly joined, if the elastic modulus of each material, that is the Young's modulus for aluminum is 1 into 10 to the power of 5, Young's modulus for steel is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 newtons per mm square. As we know that, what is it called? Newtons per mm square is also called megapascals. Can it be represented as megapascals? Mega means 10 to the power of 6, pascals mean newtons per meter square. So we can represent as like 10 to the 4 newtons per mm square as megapascals. What another parameters given? Determine the stress developed in each material and the extension of the compound bar when the axial tensile force of 60 kilonewtons. So 60 is also written in the given data, P equal to 16 kilonewtons. 60 kilonewtons means 60 into 1000 newtons. So all the units are, if the load unit is Newton, the load unit is kilonewtons, we converted it to newtons. The linear dimensions in meters, then we have to convert it into millimeters. Already the problem having the millimeters dimensions, no need to convert into millimeters again. Here students, this is the problem. First problem in the worked examples of composite bar. Let us go for to solve these type of problem. How many equations are required? We require two equations. One equation is equilibrium equation. Another equation is compatibility equation. How to write the equilibrium equation for this? How much load that is? It is taken as P, total load. This P is equal to load shared by the each material, that is steel and aluminum. So load shared by the steel material, load shared by the aluminum material. So PS, we can write it as PS, load shared by the steel material, load shared by the aluminum material is taken as PA. So PS plus PA is equal to total load, must be equal to the total load applied on the member, 60 kilonewtons. That is the equilibrium equation. What is the compatibility equation? When we apply the load at the end of the member, composite member 60 kilonewtons, both materials having same deformation because those are connected parallelly and held together at the ends. If we held together, that is fixed together at the ends, by applying the load, both are having same deformations. So that is the compatibility equation. That is, what is the compatibility equation? Delta L or delta S is equal to delta A, or delta LS is equal to delta LA. That is the compatibility equation. Clear, students? So let us go to the solution clearly. Let the load shared by the aluminum strip be PA and that shared by the steel be PS. These are the assumptions. Load shared by the aluminum, load shared by the steel. We can take it as PA and PS. Then from the equilibrium condition, what is equilibrium condition? Total load is equal to, that is applied load 16 to 10 Q is equal to summation of load shared by the each material, PA plus PS. That is taken as first equation. Clear, students? అర్థమవుతుందా? It's simple. Total load is equal to summation of load shared by the each material. Here A is the aluminium, suffix A represents for aluminium, suffix S represents for steel material. From compatibility condition what we have, that is the delta A equal to delta S. Delta means what is delta? It is the deformation. That is the extension of aluminium or elongation of aluminium must be equal to the elongation of steel to maintain that composite member is in equilibrium. So this is the compatibility equation. By substituting the formula for the delta value, that is delta is extension, PL by AE for aluminium is equal to PL by AE for steel material. So L is same for both, initially having same length. What is that initial length is 600 mm. Both are having same length initially. Therefore, L can be cancelled from this equation. So PA into 600, PS into 600. 600 can be cancelled after that. Area, cross-sectional area of the area aluminium is how much? 800 mm square, this much, 800 mm square. Cross-sectional area of the steel is 900 mm square. 800 mm square into 1 into 10 to the power of 5 Young's modulus for aluminium. And PS is the load shared by the steel material. Length of the steel material is also 600 mm. Initial length is equal for both material initially. The 900 is the cross-sectional area of the steel, and 2 into 10 to the power of 5 is the Young's modulus for steel. Upon substitution of all the parameters, we can get the load shared by the steel in terms of load shared by the aluminium. 600 can be cancelled, 10 to the power of 5 can be cancelled. So PS is equal to, you can take it to 900 into the numerator and 2 into the numerator. So PA into 2 into 900 by 800. So 2.25 PA. This is the second equation from the compatibility condition. PS is equal to P 2.25 into PA. ఇది ఎక్కడ నుండి వచ్చింది ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ నుండే. We can write PS in terms of PA from this equation. Clear? By substituting or upon substituting this PS value into equation 1, we have the equilibrium equation 1. By substitution of PS, in place of PS we can substitute 2.25 PA in this equation. Clear, students? ఈ 2.25 PA ని ఈ ప్లేస్ లో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తున్నాం. PA, so that equation 1 becomes PA is already there, plus in place of PS here I return 2.25 PA from the equation 2, that is equal to 60 into 1000 is the total. So from this equation, PA is the common. PA is equal to how much? 60 into 1000. This is the, if we take the PA common, here 1 remains. So 1 plus 2.25 is 3.25. So PA equal to, PA into 3.25 equal to 60 into 1000. PA is equal to, confuse avaddu ikkada, PA is equal to how much? How to write? It is the 60,000. 60 into 1000 is there on the right side. So 60,000. What is the product of PA here? If we take the PA common, here 1 plus 2.25, that is 3.25 remains in the denominator. Clear? So upon calculation, the PA, we can get the PA value 18,462 newtons. Clear? PA value 18,462 newtons. So after getting the PA, by substituting this PA value into equation 2, what the equation 2 is? PS is equal to 2.25 into PA. So upon substitution of PA at this place, we can get the PS value. PS is equal to 2.25 into 18,462. Then we can get the 41,538 newtons. In terms of newtons, if we represent it is in kilonewtons, the 3 digits will becomes to left hand side, that is 41.538 kilonewtons. We can write it as what the kilonewtons, if we write that 18,462 newtons, then we can write it is in kilonewtons 18.462 kilonewtons if we write the kilonewtons. Clearly? Clear, students? So like this we can calculate, or we can find, we can determine the load shared by the each material. each material in this sense is aluminum and steel. So how much load shared by the steel? 41,538. That is, it is very stronger than the aluminum. That's why it can be shared more load than the aluminum. So load shared by the aluminum is 18,462 only. Clear? So load shared by the steel material is more because it is very stronger. Therefore, stress we can calculate or we can determine the stress in each material as explained earlier. Stress in a aluminum strip. What is stress in aluminum strip? That formula is load shared by the aluminum divided by Young's modulus for, a cross-sectional area of the aluminum, PA by AA. What is the PA? Load shared by the aluminum is 18,462 by cross-sectional area is 800 for aluminum. So we can get 23.08 newtons per millimeter square is the stress in aluminum. Either it can be right as 23.08. Every time I telling this, what newtons per mm square can be right as megapascals. And every time I'm stressing on this, newtons per mm square can be right as megapascal, because in the books and in the examination they will write, they will give like this in megapascals itself, stress in megapascals. Stress must be represented in megapascals. Of course, if we write the newtons per mm square is also correct, but simplify that simplified representation is megapascals. Clear? So stress in steel material, steel strip. Similar equation, PS by AS. PS is the load shared by the steel material and AS is the cross-sectional area of the steel material. 41,538 divided by a cross-sectional area of the steel material is 900. Then we can get the 46.15 newtons per mm square. In this case also, stress in the steel material is more than the aluminum. 46.15 megapascals here, 23.08 megapascals in the aluminum. These are the stress induced in the each material. Then third parameter, we have to calculate the extension of the compound bar. Extension of the compound bar is from the compatibility equation, delta A is equal to delta S, isn't it? Extension of each material is same. So extension of each material is same, then total extension is delta. Total extension or extension of the compound bar combined, we can take it as delta. But if we connect these two materials in series like this, if the steel material is there and aluminum material is like this, if we connect like this, what is the total elongation? We can take it as elongation of aluminum plus elongation of steel material. So delta is equal to, in this case, in the previous classes we discussed that is the delta S plus delta A. Summation of elongation of each material is equal to total elongation here. If the members are connected series. If the members are connected in parallel, total elongation must be equal to the elongation of each material. Clear? Not summation here. So extension of the compound bar is either it is taken as PAL by AA EA, otherwise PSL by AS ES. Both are same. So here I taken PAL divided by AA EA for aluminum. So load shared by the aluminum is 18,462. The length of the aluminum is, initial length is 600 mm, area is 800 mm square, and Young's modulus is 1 into 10 to the power of 5. So upon, in place of PAL divided by AA EA, you can take extension of the total bar or compound bar is PSL divided by AS, that is the cross-sectional area for the steel, and ES. This is also we can consider to calculate the extension of the compound bar. Both are same. Clear, students? So upon substitution of all the values into the equation, we can get the extension of the compound bar or extension of the aluminum or extension of the steel is equal to 0.138 mm. 0.138 mm will be extended by applying the load on that compound bar 60 kilonewtons. Clear, students? This is the first problem. I taken more time to explain this. And second problem is, second example on this. A compound bar consists of a circular rod of steel of 25 mm. Here compound rod in the form of a tube and rod. A steel rod is inserted into the copper tube. A compound bar consists of a circular rod of steel 25 mm diameter. The rod is steel material which having 25 mm diameter is rigidly fixed into the copper tube of internal diameter 25 mm. The rod diameter is equal to the internal diameter of the copper tube. Then only they are fixed rigidly. And the external diameter is 40 mm. That is external diameter of the copper tube is external diameter from this place to this place. This is 40 mm as shown in figure. The compound bar is subjected to a tensile load of 120 kilonewtons. On this compound bar, we are applying the 120 kilonewtons load. Then find the stresses developed in the two materials. What is the stress in the steel rod and what is the stress in the copper tube? Take ES is equal to the Young's modulus for steel rod is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 newtons per mm square, and Young's modulus for copper material is 1.2 into 10 to the power of 5 newtons per mm square. This is the problem given in the second exam. Clear? Upon understanding the second problem, we can write the given data. So first of all, write the given data. Given data is ds, that is the rod diameter is 25 mm. Capital D means outer diameter, small d means inner diameter. Outer diameter of the copper tube is 40, inner diameter of the copper tube is 25 mm. Load applied on that material, compound material or compound bar, 120 kilonewtons. Sigma S, sigma C are the we have to find in this problem, that is the stress in steel and stress in copper. Young's modulus for steel is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 and Young's modulus for copper is 1.2 into 10 to the power of 5 newtons per mm square. Clear students? This is the given data from the example 2. So similar to first problem, we can solve this problem by taking two equations. What are those two equations? Equilibrium equation is the one equation is equilibrium equation and another equation is compatibility equation. Before that, we have to calculate the areas here. What are the areas of steel rod and what is the area of copper tube? What is the area of steel rod? How to calculate the steel rod area? Because it is a circular member, circular cross section having 25 mm internal, that is diameter of the rod. Then we can find the cross sectional area as pi by 4 d square formula. Pi by 4 25 square. This is a 490.87 millimeter square is the cross sectional area of the steel rod which is inserted into the copper tube. Copper tube, how to calculate the area of the copper tube? It is a hollow one, hollow rod. A hollow rod having the external and internal diameter, then we can find the area is pi by 4 outer diameter square minus inner diameter square. Pi by 4 into 40 square minus 25 square, then we can get 765.76 mm square. These are the two cross-sectional areas of given materials. Clear? After finding the cross-sectional areas, we go for equilibrium equation. What is the equilibrium equation? The load is applying on the composite bar is 120 kilonewtons. These 120 kilonewtons can be shared by each material PS and PC based on their strengths. Not equally shared, based on their strength, the total load shared. That's why we can take it as PS plus PC is equal to 120 into 1000 newtons. This is the equilibrium equation, equation 1. Clear students? Then where PS is the load shared by the steel rod and PC is the load shared by the copper tube. From the compatibility equation, next equation is compatibility equation. What is the compatibility equation? Here also the deformation of each material is same because they are held together and steel rod is inserted into the copper tube fixedly. Then by applying the load on that compound bar, both materials having same deformation. So delta S is equal to delta C. Delta means extension of the steel is equal to extension of the copper. So by substituting the equation, that is the PL by AE for the steel material is equal to PL by AE for copper tube. So L is same here also. The initial length of the rod and copper tube here also same. We can cancel it LL. And PS divided by cross-sectional area of the AS is 498.87 mm square and the Young's modulus for steel is 2 into 10 to the power of Similarly, PC divided by AC into EC. 765.76 millimeter square is the area. 1.2 into 10 to the power of 5 is the Young's modulus for copper material. Clear? Then from this equation we can write the PS in terms of PC or PC in terms of PS. Here I written that PS in terms of PC. PS in terms of PC is, upon calculation, PS is equal to, we can take it this denominator into numerator. So 10 to the power of 5 can be cancelled, and 490.87 into 2 divided by 765.76 into 1.2. Then we can get the 1.068 PC. PS is equal to 1.068 PC. From this equation only, we can get the term load shared by the steel in terms of load shared by the copper is 1.068. That means, what it means, the load shared by the steel is equal to 1.068 times the load shared by the copper. So from this equation, on which material that maximum load is applied? Steel material, because steel material sharing more load than the copper material. Clear? So from these two equations, from the equilibrium equation, equation 1, and from the compatibility equation, equation 2, from these two equations we can analyze the load shared by the each material by substituting or upon substitution of PS, that is PS is equal to 1.068 PC in equation 1. So 1.068 PC plus PC equal to 120 into 1000. So PC can be common. If we pick a PC common from this, 2.068, it is taken into numerator on the right hand side. So 120 into 1000 divided by 2.068, then we can get the value of load shared by the copper material is 58,027 newtons. If we represent in kilonewtons, generally 58.027 kilonewtons. If you represent in kilonewtons, as you know that how to convert the newtons in kilonewtons, what is mean by a kilo, what is mean by a mega, what is mean by a giga, what is mean by a milli, what is mean by a nano. All these parameters you have studied in the engineering drawing already in the first year. Okay, so 58.027 kilonewtons. So upon substituting PC value to equation 2, that is the compatibility equation, we can get the load shared by the steel material. What is the PS equal to 1.068 PC? PC value 58,027. Then we can get the load shared by the steel material is 61,973 newtons or 61.973 kilonewtons. These are the load shared by the each material. Both are not equal here. The strength of the steel is more than the strength of the copper. That's why the load shared by the steel material is more than the load shared by the copper material. So load applied on the steel is more than the copper. Clear? So from these two parameters we can calculate the stress in steel and stress in copper. Therefore, stress in steel rod is equal to sigma S is equal to PS by AS. What is the load shared by the steel is 61,973 divided by area, cross-sectional area of the steel rod is 490.87, already previously calculated value. So from this, sigma S is equal to stress in steel is equal to 126.25 megapascals or newtons per mm square. So therefore, similar equation for the copper. Stress in copper tube is equal to sigma C equal to load shared by the copper tube divided by cross-sectional area of the copper tube. Load shared by the copper tube is 58,027 newtons divided by cross-sectional area is 765.76 millimeter square. From these two equations, from this value, we can get the stress in copper tube. What is the stress in copper tube? That is 75.77 megapascals. Stress in copper it is C, sigma C. The answer sigma C is 75.77 megapascals. Sigma S is equal to 126.25. Don't confuse this. Here mistakenly it is sigma S, not in place of sigma S, it is sigma C. Stress in copper tube is equal to 75.77 megapascals. Clear, students? These are the two problems I explained in the composite or compound bars. I hope you are understanding these two problems along with the concept of composite bars. If they are different lengths or same lengths, you can calculate the stress in each material by taking the two equations, equilibrium and compatibility. These are the main equations to solve the composite bars, equilibrium and compatibility. How to remember these two equations, equilibrium and compatibility equations. Clear? In these two problems, we have taken that both material having same length. Initial length are same.